We often hear how important it is to unplug and disconnect from the outside world, but for most of us, that is easier said than done. When we are constantly bombarded with information, a good bit of it, of course, is controversial, and it can really start weighing on us if we don't remove ourselves from it time to time. I mean, that's key, right? But how do we do it? Joining us now to weigh in, entertainment reporter Francesca Amaker is back. Our community correspondent Myra Sky is here. And author Erica Strong is back. Welcome, ladies. All right, let's talk, because right in the commercial break, we have Veronica's daughter taking pictures. We have Francesca doing Snapchat. Oh, I mean, it's part of who we are, especially if you're trying to create your brand or let people know about your brand. You, of course, being in this business, you as well. But it gets overwhelming. I mean, the constant traditional media, social media. Do you ever feel overwhelmed?
It does. Yeah, I absolutely feel overwhelmed a lot, actually. But I've just learned, I'm trying to find a balance to just like do what I need to do for my brand quickly and be done. Put the phone away quickly. Like instead of spending so much time trying to analyze what I'm going to say or what I'm going to do, just quickly, bam, be done. Put it away.
And what do you think?
Yeah, I'm the same. I try to like stay connected enough to build the brand. And sometimes you feel pressured, like, oh my God, I didn't post today. I have to post. So it's just like finding that fine line between posting and then just letting it go, and just you know, even with finding that perfect picture, it's just like, you know, like what am I gonna do? So yeah, I try to just unplug sometimes.
You have to.
I find it's really difficult to do that, though. I mean, even sitting here right now, I know that around 11:30 and around 12 o'clock, there's that post that needs to go up right now. And so I find that the issue is created when you start to fixate and obsess about it. When you start to see, okay, how many new likes did I get? How many new followers did I get? And that's when you need to take a step back.
Absolutely. And isn't it funny, getting onto that subject, like my husband, who he's not one to post, but he's definitely one to go on and look. But then we'll talk about how you fall down that rabbit hole of, you know who I noticed never likes my picture?
Oh my God.
I love it, Christine.
Bill Johnson. What is up with Bill? Did I do something to offend him? I'm like, oh my God. If Jim, who's never on social media, might occasionally think that,
so right?
Oh my God. And we've got to stop. And then let's get to actually the controversy, the bad news. It takes a toll. It takes a toll on me personally. It gets so heavy.
It's heavy.
What do you think?
Well, I think that now digital is so powerful. So, I mean, people do see their news and find their news quickly because it's speed feed, like it's right there. But I mean, I think again, it just is that balance. Read it quickly if you want to just know, just to keep in the loop and be done. Like you gotta balance your time and put your phone away, or your iPad away.
My kids will tell me.
It's also convenient to know when things are happening. So
of course, but you're right. You've got to allot a certain amount of time. Even in the beginning of the year, I said I wouldn't do it past 7, so I could spend quality time with Jim. I mean, what do you think?
You know, I found that I was going down that rabbit hole when I started obsessing with watching world news. And so I decided, you know what, I was feeling like really icky the other day, feeling like the world was about to just crumble down on my head and like everything was going to be chaotic because I watched one show after one show after one show. And so I decided, you know what, let me pick that one show that I get the best information and then I stop.
Instead,
which is 11 Alive, right?
Which is 11 Alive. 11alive.com, 11 Alive on all social media.
But when you just keep going and keep watching, it's the same story over and over again. It's just like, it just tears you up.
It does.
And Erica, that is one of the biggest reasons why I got out of hard news. I used to be a hard news reporter, investigative reporter, politics for 4 straight years, and I had to leave. And unfortunately, this position opened up for with 11 Alive and the Morning Rush show. But I find myself realizing like I'm happier. You know, when you speak positivity, when you speak energy and good feelings, that's what evokes, and that's kind of like what type of person you become.
Francesca, I did the same thing. 4, maybe 5 years after working in news. And listen, I'm so grateful to all of our tremendous reporters, investigators, but it takes a special for me, it was just, I couldn't do it anymore. And it is funny. What do you think about this too? Talking about friends and family, like discussing headlines. I was on the phone with my mom, God bless her, I love her to death. Y'all have met her on the show. In a series of 10 minutes, if she didn't hit up that a Florida woman was eaten by an alligator, I guess, that some other guy ran over a guy and his kid on a bike in Tampa, and we're going there next week. I go, Mom, you're going to make me want to cancel my vacation, because same thing. Whatever she's doing in her spare time, you know how those headlines come up that are
the notifications,
horrible, negative, and and they catch you. But I mean, I find that I was like, Mom, I don't want to hear it. Do you find, do you have those relatives or friends that then you have to go, guys, I don't want to talk about it?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I think it's good conversation, though, at times. You know,
at times, it can get...
But when you find yourself obsessing over it, or when you find yourself intentionally looking for arguments and debate with certain family members who do not agree with you, that's when it becomes like, just lay off.
We can't do it. And politics, we really saw that during the election, and I think it continues today, where people, it is, we're in such a polarizing time, and I just steer way clear of it, and, and try to manage my time, for me, watching it, much less forget talking about it. So let's really dive in. I'd love to hear from our viewers. How do we stay informed, though, without being overwhelmed? Francesca, you're young. You're so present on social media. How do you do that at this point?
I intentionally only distribute. I don't consume. So when I get on Instagram, I'm literally like, people will say, well, Francesca, you're not liking and you're not. I literally get on there to put out a product, and then I get off of it for my own sanity. I can't just look at other people's comments. I can't look at what other people are doing, because I don't compare myself to anyone. But I will say it's important to not be ignorant of what's going on in the world, right? That's why I like what Erica said when she said, I focus on one show and I consume that.
Right. You're really good at that, I've noticed. Like you do, I mean, even just in us talking and chatting on the sides, you really do just engage and put what you need to and keep it moving. And it's good because for women, it can probably like mess you up a little bit if you're trying to compare yourself to what's going on, and if you're, you know, so.
But if you have families too, I mean, it is literally, I remember the first time and it was my youngest, who probably a year ago at 6 was like, Mom, put your phone down. And I was like, oh boy, she's right. So
my daughters tell me that all the time. She says, Mom, put your phone down. And I'm like you guys, like I'll get on and I try to get right back off. But sometimes I'll find myself just kind of scrolling down. And have you ever noticed as you scroll, you start feeling icky about yourself? Like, I'm not doing enough, I'm not pretty enough, my teeth isn't white enough. It's like you start thinking of all of these things, but comparison is like the enemy to your life. It'll kill you.
Right.
So it's like, you know what, shut it down.
Shut it down.
And like even when we go out to dinner now, I have to be intentional about just putting my phone down and being present. Being present.
What do you think?
I think
how
actually
do you manage
with our app, you know, with 11 Lives app, you know, I got to plug that in really quick. No, I think that they do a good job actually just giving you notifications about what's breaking quickly, and it pops up on the screen. I don't think it hurts to read that for a moment, to stop and just kind of read and just to be in the loop of what's going on if something crazy happened or something trending happened, but then again be done with it. But I think that's a good balance.
It's more the rabbit hole that you tend to go down, where I click on, and where my mom apparently does it too, so that she clicks on that one headline, and then think about all the time you just wasted.
That is so true.
You know, and let's talk about vacation. Like I'm not here for the next 2 days because my best girlfriend's coming in town. Our daughters are meeting for the first time, so I took 2 days off. And I mean, we're going to want to post like, look who's together, but otherwise, it's got, our vacations aren't even our vacations anymore.
It's bad.
Because we're so, I mean, I get you wanting to capture the moment, but we disconnect, truly disconnect. Can you all? You don't.
I got to be honest with you. That really, that sentence she just said really hit my heart. You know, you said you don't even really enjoy your vacation anymore because you're all on social media. I recently went to Asia a month and a half ago with my girlfriends, and when I tell you I was the designated photographer because I have my own Sony, and every place that we got, the first couple of days, I was like, girls, get in there, let's do it, because I love when girls are, you know, I want to make them feel good and do it because I love photography and being behind the camera. But then I found, you know, we were on this trip for like 8 days, and every single place that we went, they were like, Fran, camera, let's do it, Fran. And I didn't even enjoy the trip as much as I felt like I could.
Yes.
Bali,
she was working.
I'm going to keep that in mind. But you were putting a lot of stuff up on that trip.
I was, because I felt like it was a job.
It was a job, but that's the point. Isn't vacation a time, I mean, to actually make sure that we are reconnecting and unplugging? So, I mean, you know, again, it's maybe either designate 1 hour in the morning, which is what I did last time we were at the beach, you know, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, catch up, but at the end of the day, it should be about being present.
You're right. You're right. And I'm going to keep that in mind because I'm actually getting ready to go to Egypt with my family next week. But I want to be able to share with the world what I'm going to be doing just a little bit. But I'm going to keep everything you've said in mind, guys.
And like a lot of times, followers, they follow our lives and our vacations. Like I went to Rome with you.
Oh wow!
Like, you
was just amazing.
So it's like you feel like this kind of pressure to like, let me, you you know, include the people that's following me so that they can feel it.
Yes, and also it inspires them.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we really would love to hear from you. Please weigh in on our Facebook page. How do you unplug while still staying connected for work or for your business? We'd love to hear from you.